Hey, listen, Mr. Jones comes into the store and I want some beer. Well, Mr. Jones, I don't have beer. Well, let me go somewhere else. Well, before you go, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
You asked me why I'm not selling the beer because I know the beer is not good for you.
Good dawah opportunity.
A wonderful opportunity.
Yeah.
I know it's not good for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sell it for you, even though I don't make your money from you. But I'm not going to sell it to you because I don't want it to hurt you. That's what we ought to be about.
Inviting the good,
and
helping the people to stay away from those evil things
exactly
that destroy your lives anyway.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back with more Dunya. You be the judge. You decide here on the Deen Show.
Dunya.
He is the maintainer. He is the.
If you say that you do not believe in Jesus, you have stepped outside of Islam. You cannot be a Muslim. It is a tenet of our faith to believe in and love Jesus Christ.
Fighter. He is the protector.
Why is it then when it comes to one of the most important decisions in life, we literally abuse ourselves? It's not that the main thing we're looking for is to see what type of money he has so that he can treat my daughter like a princess. It's not about that.
He is the one who protects us from hunger.
Back on the Deen Show. So tell us, Imam, could our non-Muslims brothers in humanity, because there are brothers in humanity, is this right?
Absolutely.
We want them to be our brothers in faith.
I want you to be clear about that because the Quran says in many places, Ya ayyuhan nas, O mankind. So God is talking to all of us.
Yeah. So tell us, our brothers in humanity, the non-Muslims, after they see, now they know dunya, and they walk up into this convenience store and they see the big Kaaba and they see all the alcohol and they say, okay, that must be a Muslim. Can they tell them, the non-Muslim to the Muslim, now that they know that they shouldn't be selling alcohol? Could they tell them dunya?
I want them to say it. I want them to tell them. I want them to say dunya.
Yeah.
I want them to remind them. I want them to embarrass them. And sometimes you'd be surprised, Eddie, that if a non-Muslim says to a Muslim, you know what? Bad enough that I'm not a Muslim. I don't practice Islam, but you should know better. You're a Muslim. You're supposed to be an example. You study the Quran. You believe in Prophet Muhammad, and people. I want them to do that. I want them to call us to an account. And sometimes, by the way, sometimes they'll do that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be a Muslim. You've heard that before.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That's
yes,
amazing.
we need to call them to account. One of the plans that I had from New York City was my objective to get every Muslim store in New York City to stop selling alcohol.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do it one day by God's permission. I'm going to try to get rid of the girly magazines.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by girly magazines?
The porno and all this stuff. Yeah.
Pornography, get rid of the alcohol, get rid of the gambling, and all of that. And I think that if we would do that, we would send a strong message to the people of America that, you know what, those Muslims they're serious and they're for real. Otherwise, you know what they're gonna say? You're just like everybody else, man.
Yeah.
And you're worse. You know why you're worse? Because you're a hypocrite. Because at least they'll say, this is what we do. But you're going against your own teachings.
Yeah. So hopefully those Muslims who are doing that, now you can use this episode in along with your calling them, advising them in the nicest ways to stop this. Hopefully something, Allah will do the rest, and they'll stop, and those liquor stores or those places will turn into maybe some bread stores or some other candy stores.
I got an idea. I got an idea. How about those people who watch the show make a copy of this tape and give it to those Muslims?
That's a great idea.
No stores.
Make a copy, give it to
listen to this.
To the Muslims who are selling alcohol, and the non-Muslims can also help out and participate and tell them dunya. Last one.
Yes.
Now, the person that's always concerned about smelling good and looking nice, does this qualify under dunya?
No. Like sweet smelling. The Prophet loved those who smell sweet.
So this is good, huh?
That's a good thing.
It's good to smell good.
But you got all this, be a little bit careful about the women.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened once. I was on a plane, right? And I was walking down the aisle, and all of a sudden my head turned. It's as if someone pulled my head, and I turned, and I found myself looking in the direction of a woman.
Did you have a whiplash after that?
Almost, just about. But you know what did it? It was a smell.
Yeah.
it was so attractive that I was just like, I followed it. And I think the person knew that.
Yeah.
So women, the Muslim women, and the women have to be a little bit careful.
Yeah.
They don't want to make the scent too strong.
Yeah.
It should be very, very mild.
Yeah.
As opposed to being strong and grab the attention so that some man can start looking at her.
Yeah, so this attention should be sought after her husband?
It should definitely be sought after her husband.
Yeah, so she can, put whatever she wants to wear, because
There you
now
go.
the dress code and everything is, again, how the Creator
Yeah.
has put it down. But what about the man now also? How is he can be nice and not wrinkled and have a nice, attire on where
It's a part of Islam.
So-
You
yeah.
don't have to look like a bum.
Okay, this is
Don't mean you pious because you look like
nice
a bum.
clothes is good.
Nice clothes is fine.
Yeah.
According to a person's ability, person can afford it, but
Yeah.
we should avoid, for men, silk, for instance,
Yeah.
or gold.
Yeah.
But other than that, we should have nice clothing
Yeah.
and neat and clean.
Yeah. Now, we're going to bring it all home. It goes back to